Okay, we're back. Things got a little glitchy. I changed internet. Let's see if it works. Let's see. I don't know. Let's just like keep our fingers crossed. So, guys, if you're new, I'm Katie Mikey. I'm a psychic medium. I've been away for a little while, and I've come back with all these projects that I've been working on. We can talk about readings today. We can talk about mediumship. We can talk about spirituality. I am going to go over, again, like a couple of the projects that I've been working on, these mystery boxes, a couple of decks that I've created. I've had 2 successful Kickstarters since the last time we spoke. And right now I'm going through my Llama Tarot, which this is like, absolutely love this deck. It's like got a super simple character of this llama, very ambiguous energy, ambiguous in a way that helps us to like interpret the cards more of like energy. So all this stuff, you guys, if you aren't going anywhere right now, go ahead and click the link in my bio. Okay. It's a snipfeed.com /Katie Mikey. Now, when you go there, you're going to see the link to my mystery boxes. You're going to see links to reading specials. I have $25 specials right now. I may or may not get into live readings during this session. We'll see how that goes. But readings are normally $65. I have them on sale right now for $25 during this live. If you purchase during this live, that'll be up. And let's start off with like some of these mystery boxes, because I've been selling these, and they're coming back, and I'm going to show you some of the crystals of why why people love these so much. And again, I'm starting today for the week, and I release a limited amount weekly. That's for quality control. I started with $500 like a couple years ago, and I started to buy crystals. I would sell a couple, then the money I would make, I would buy more. So I ended up with this like plethora and variety of crystals. I made friends with people in companies like granite companies, people that do like granite countertops. A lot of them own mines in like Brazil, and they mine their own granite. And if you go to them, sometimes, I mean, there's other things in those mines besides granite, and sometimes they don't know what to do with them. Sometimes they sell them in bulk. I've had some great opportunities to purchase straight from mines. So I do have some really great pieces that are very authentic, and the range it's a very wide range from the large amount of large crystals that I have to the small crystals. And as an artist, as a designer, I also create jewelry. So within the box, I meditate with your guides. We decide on, 7 to 10 items, what are going to be most beneficial to you. And I'll show you on some of the items that I create or make myself. Like here's an example. It's actually a pretty tall or large pendulum. But I make my own pendulums. And then what I'm doing is essentially I'm making them for you, and I'm programming them as I make them. And then within your mystery box, guys, you get a reading. You get a full reading that explains how to use all of your tools, how to use your malachite and what it's for, what you can expect on your journey. So these are things that it's not just like, here's a crystal, here's a crystal. These are legitimately, I'm looking into your future as a psychic medium, and I'm saying to myself, like, what are the things that you're going to be going through? What energy are you possibly going to need to help yourself heal or to push yourself a little bit further? So hi guys, welcome in. I'm Katie Mikey. I'm a psychic medium. I also have readings available. If all you got to do is click that link in my bio, go up to my name, right up here, Katie Mikey. It'll take you out of the live, but that's okay. I'll be here for a little while. You guys can go see all the goodies I have over there. I have my Romance Tarot just had a successful Kickstarter, so these are up and available for purchase. Can you do this over the phone? Like purchase over the phone or readings over the phone? If you could just answer that. So let's talk about like the Llama Tarot that I have. Okay. Readings. I do readings over the phone. I don't have anything set up for phone calls, but you could purchase like the Zoom session, and then we can do it over the phone. But I also have a text option where we have a time set, and we text message back and forth for that entire period of time. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Hi, guys. So let me tell you a little bit about Llama Tarot, because this Kickstarter is, it's starting in a couple days, 8/22. And I got to tell you all the intentions I have here with this deck. First of all, I have this velvet case. Okay. I tried boxes and tins and stuff with my first one, and I truly believe like that this is so much easier to handle as far as like having boxes and boxes and boxes with all your tarot decks. Like, what do we all do with them? Like, what do you guys do when we collect tarot? And because I don't have a box, I've created one card that is basically like the front and the back of the box. And on the back of the box, there's a QR code here. And if you click that QR code, it basically sends you to Canva, where you can open up this free document that tells you what all the meanings of the cards. All right. Hey, Sarah. Yes, you can ask a question. What's up, love? So, there we go. I would love for you guys to double tap on that screen. Maybe share this live with people that you think might benefit from this. I'm a spiritual coach, an intuitive coach. I have a master's in sports psychology, another in behavioral analysis. I teach Cambridge ACE psychology as well. But I mean, first and foremost, I spend most of my day homeschooling my 5 children. So, all right. Hi guys. Okay, so I mean, if you want, like if you have a question about like me predicting the future or like looking into your energy, you are definitely welcome to purchase a reading. I have them on special for $25. You just have to go to my name, Katie Mikey, up here. It'll open to my profile. You have to open my profile, click on my link. Let me just show you like what it looks like here. So when you click on my name, here, you're going to see my page, Katie Mikey, and you scroll up, you'll see the mystery boxes available. Click there. The next one down is today's specials, $25 for psychic or mediumship readings. And then underneath that, you'll see my Llama Tarot Kickstarter. If you guys want to keep scrolling down, there's some other goodies in there. You can buy one of my decks, okay, or you can kind of like look through some of the decks that I have. I've created about 5 decks, but as far as the ones that I have been able to mass produce, or at least produce in a larger sum than 5, those are on there. Okay. All right. It's all right, girl. So I was, and this is for Spiritual Bombshell. So I was like, you said 7 years. So are you talking about like a relationship that you ended? Because I'll say congrats. Because I know the last time we spoke, you were kind of in this place where I feel like you knew you had to do something, but like it was like a tough choice. So, all right. Hi guys, welcome. I'm Katie Mikey. I'm a psychic medium. If you could go ahead and share this live, double tap on the screen, gives me some likes. There were some hearts up there. We're talking today a little bit about the metaphysical. I am kind of pushing my mystery boxes today. So if you go on my site, you'll see that I do have some of these are already decorated. Now I decorate the boxes according to your energy. So once you purchase the box, I decorate it with crystals and just kind of like metaphysical. It's kind of like, this is my therapy part, is decorating the box for you. And this is some of the inventory that some of the inventory that I have. Like I just went through and picked up pieces and pieces and pieces and pieces. Oh my goodness, girl. Oh goodness. Well, I hope you're in a better place right now. We all need to be like in this place of like knowing that we are healers and that we have, you know, we came here with a mission. And although we may feel that like deep sorrow at moments, I believe like, you know, and I can never say this when I'm in the moment, but looking back, it's kind of like you have to, it's like waiting tables, right? It's like you have to have the shitty days to appreciate the good days. And I do feel like there's a lot more good days ahead of you. And in hindsight, those small days, which I'm very glad that you made it through, I think you're going to see that like some of the hardest decisions and changes that you have to make, that we all have to make as people, are the ones that are the most worth it. Okay. And I know like you can be like, this is going to be the most worthy. This has got to be worth the world because I feel like crap. And I get it. I completely get it. Yeah, we are definitely grateful you're here. You have messages to send the world. You know you do. You know you do. You know you're needed here. So I'm going to go through some of these crystals a little bit. And again, I would encourage you guys to head over to my website. You can get there by clicking the link in my bio, or you can just simply go to intuitioncc.com if you want to see my decks, if you want to view some of the boxes here. If you do want to purchase a reading, click the link in my bio. Now, I know that the website, it accepts Cash App, PayPal, credit cards, regular debit cards, things like that. Okay. Good job. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Today, I mean, my traffic is a little low. I haven't been live for a hot minute here. And it took us like 2 weeks or so to get back from Maine, back down to Florida. So I know a lot of you guys had seen me last time. I was in Maine, in the camper, and it's freezing, and now I'm outside sweating my butt off, but I love being outside. Like, this is so amazing. My hair is growing, guys. My hair is growing. And I'm like trying to figure it out still, I guess, every day. Hey Deb, it's nice to see you. I'm doing good. I think I just swallowed a bug, but I'm like, there's no ice in this. I'm still doing pretty well. Now, why do we need crystals in our lives? Okay, I'm going to talk about this from a scientific standpoint because I am very scientific driven, research based driven person. Like I said, I have a master's in sports psychology. I have another in behavioral analysis, and I'm the kind of person, if I'm going to read for leisure, I'm going to read articles, and I'm going to read research because it brings value to my life when I can statistically see change in something, or I can see correlations in things, and it helps me understand human behavior a little bit more. Okay. Extra protein. Okay. So, crystal energy, what is it? So you guys, a lot of us have heard of chakras before, right? And how we have, the 7 major chakras, starting at our crown chakra and ending at the base of our spine and our root chakra. And a lot of us associate those with colors. And the reason that we associate those with colors is because colors are a specific frequency, and we can see certain frequencies, and they appear to us as certain colors. So, I mean, I know we have natural colors that exist in nature, but we also have, our rainbow spectrum that vibrates at certain frequencies. Now, we have certain frequencies that also vibrate in certain areas of our body, and we therefore color code them so that we know, okay, so for example, our throat chakra is normally seen in a blue or a light blue type of color. Now, if we're feeling that our throat chakra or our speech, or that maybe we're not saying the things that we want to say, maybe we're not speaking our truth, or maybe we're speaking out of anger, or maybe we're speaking out of fear, and we need to let's balance this shit. What do we do? What we're going to do is we're going to reach for a crystal that is that light blue color, because crystals, their molecules are so much more stable than ours. We're 90-something% water, and these crystals are incredibly stable. Okay. I don't know the percentage of water of what they are. Okay. But, or if they have any, I don't know, but I do know that their frequencies, they have a hard scale. Okay. Their frequencies are much more stable than the human body. So what we would do is we would either hold or place this crystal in the area or vicinity of that chakra that we wish to balance. And we also have to put intention into the crystal, because remember, energy is everywhere. Energy isn't created or destroyed. It's here. It's all the time. So by using this crystal and placing it in the energy field of this chakra, we are attempting to balance that chakra. We are attempting to, create more love in our language, thinking before we're speaking, or speaking our truth because it values who we are. And, maybe we're We stop trying to please other people with our language, and we just speak our truth and take the consequences that we maybe once feared, you know. So this is how, you know, crystal energy works. There are different colors and they're vibrating at different frequencies, and we use them for different things. So for example, how many of you guys have any crystals at home, or maybe you need ocean jasper? I have some ocean jasper right here. I have a lot of ocean jasper, actually. That's the only piece I brought with me right now. I brought a lot of crystals to show you guys. Just so you can kind of get a taste of like the inventory, because this is not like your natural like mystery box where you're going to get a bunch of little tiny ass crystals. Like I have them in shape. Like this is onyx. And if I were to sell this individually, it'd probably sell for around $35. It is this gorgeous, look at this, like, look at you can see like how like the colors flow through this. This is obviously shaped by human hands. But every place that I get my crystals, I know the source. And there is an El Choqui mine it's in Mexico, and the people that run the mine they kind of live on the border of like Mexico and the United States, and they sell out of the US and they mine out of Mexico. So I do get a lot of crystals from them. I'll show you. I have, all my pink amethysts come from the El Choqui mine. Oh, I'm so sorry. I lied about that. The El Choqui mine is not in Mexico. The company does mine in Mexico, and they do have their company in the US, but the El Choqui mine is actually in Argentina, at the Patagonia Mountains. So these crystals come from the Patagonia Mountains. Sorry, like it's I don't know how I do it. I have such a great relationship with my crystals, like trying to remember where they all come from, but I do know where they all come from. Okay. Do I have one that connects with fire? Okay, so those would be any crystals that are like in root chakra or sacral chakra energy. Let me see what I brought with me here. I mean, yes, I have plenty of those. I don't know how many I brought though with me. I do have a lot of carnelian. I do have a lot of red aventurine. I do have a lot of red jasper. I have let me see here. I have a lot of amber. Okay, amber is a little bit more absorbent though. I have red quartz. Like I use crystals in all of my jewelry as well. So you might get earrings, you might get necklaces. These are so cute, guys. Like these. Okay, these are like the sandals, like like the invisible sandals. Is that what they call them? Where you put this over your toe, this goes up your foot, and then this goes like right around your ankle. So I mean, I've learned to make so much jewelry that it's so hard for me to like even create a business around it. So what I've done is I've created these mystery boxes where I connect to your guides and ask what you need, whether it is rings or you need me to create a pendulum for you. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. Let me go to the comments here. Hi, Genevieve. So I do have readings available. If you click the link in my bio, it'll take you right to my page. All right. And you'll see today's special right here, Psychic Mediumship. It's $25. You can book that reading. You'll get it back within 24 hours through your email. If you guys are interested in mystery boxes, so you can go ahead and click there, and that will take you right to my site, myintuitioncc.com. And once you're there, the only other thing that you have to answer is I do have people put their birth date, time, and place so that I can, oh, I'm already on Snipfeed. I'm not in a link, so I can't show you that part, but there is a place in Mystery Box. I do have some people that want decks. They specifically they want a deck in addition to the 7 to 10 items. Sometimes I do put one of my own decks in there if I'm intuitively drawn to find you something specific. Honestly, it's whatever your guides tell me. So some people too do get decks, but you kind of like throw that in there as far as like if you want. So The boxes start at $100, and that's, 7 to 10 crystals. You get a 2 to 4 page reading in there as well. And then you get a uniquely designed box that is just for you. So this obviously has nothing on it, but once you purchase it and I see your name and I sit there with everything that I have, I tend to sit and just focus and create and design something that is uniquely for you. Sometimes, Spirit says, okay, this is going to be their altar and it needs to look like this. Sometimes they say, they have a lot of these things and just make it stand out, or maybe they need something that will help them meditate. So this is also a tool at the same time. It just depends who the person is, what their energy is, okay? I'd be so interested to see what you would be guided to put in the box for me. Oh, I would love to do one for you. I'd love to do one for you. So there are a limited amount of boxes. Usually what happens is it takes me about a week to make the boxes, whether it's, letting resin sit, or a lot of the time, like for example, this pendulum that I made, this is made out of polymer clay, glitter, and then like UV resin. So it's like really hard, but it takes, there's a process to it. So there's drying time and like second applications and things like that. So it does take me about a week. So once Thursday hits, I do cut off the boxes. So the boxes aren't available usually after Thursday. Sometimes if there's just like 1 or 2 left, I'll let those trickle in through the weekend. So yeah, I know who you are, Monica. I know who you are. I still want to call you Busty, but at least you get the bombshell in there. Hi, Sunny. How are you? Do I have any Native American themes? You are always welcome to request it. There is an area where when you purchase, where you can like write a little something about yourself, or if you like you said, you want to request something. I have like, as I travel, what I'd done is I got like this 5-tier toolbox and filled it with crystals and charms and things to make jewelry. And I mean, I've always been this type of person, but I could never like sit and just make 100 of the same bracelet. So I was like, what do I do? What can I do? So now I get to make like all unique items all the time. So I actually do have like materials to make like indigenous looking things. And I'm also like in areas when I travel, I do collect things from the places I travel that end up in your box or end up on your box. Okay. I never, in this box. You know what I mean, guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get out of this kind of weird energy. But, all right. So you're going to want to head to the link in my bio. You're going to want to head to that link in my bio. And I know, what I've sold the most is Body Health Oracle so far as my decks go. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about Body Health Oracle. This is a brand new one. When you get yours, it'll come like this. I have a little booklet in here that it doesn't tell you anything about the cards. Okay. In my Body Health Oracle, this is like a tool. It's another tool. It's not like senseless writing. Let's rewrite what these cards mean. We don't really look at the book. Like, who really has time to read the books? I don't think we do. So in here, it's like visualization tools, how to use this deck, how to do certain types of readings, whether you're doing it for the body or you're looking at the actual messages that are, intuitively in here. There's also like trigger words here at the bottom, what those mean. And then at the end, which I think is pretty cool, I teach you how to do chakra readings, aura readings, physical health readings. And then I also give you some visualization training type of exercises. And I'll tell you like how I even got started in this, to be honest with you. In college, I was an occupational therapy major all the way to my junior year, and I hated it. And I took so many psychology courses as extra courses that I was able to get my undergrad in psychology my senior year, like last minute, which was great. But then I went into like sports psychology, behavioral psychology, organizational psychology, and I started to see, that I started to see the value, I guess, in using your mind as a tool instead of just being told, stop imagining, stop daydreaming, you know, like maybe there was something to it. Or when I'd have conversations, I would see images in my head and I would be fearful to be like, did this happen? You know, to like confirm what I was seeing. And I would be fearful to do that. And so I started doing imagery or visualization training with athletes. And I started to see that it really does help the body. I started to read research articles on how visualization helps cancer patients, or it helps athletes double their practice times. And I was like, okay, I gotta use this in like the metaphysical world. So can I increase my visualization techniques? And the answer is yes. It's literally like practicing free throws in basketball. Okay. You want to pick my brain on making an oracle deck? Do it. I'll talk about how I made my oracle decks. I'll talk about how I did it, why I did it, how long it took, the steps that I went through. Go ahead and continue to tap on that screen. Let's get these likes high enough. Maybe I can get a few more people in here so I can sell some of these awesome boxes. I do have a lot more crystals to show you. Here's some beautiful, beautiful black onyx. And we all know like onyx, I'm sorry, this is obsidian. Obsidian is like glass, like, you know, in its, how it's created. So this is an awesome, like carved piece of glass onyx. I'm sorry, obsidian. Getting all my crystals mixed up here. I have these awesome, beautiful phantom amethyst points. And when you say phantom, it's because like when you peek inside, it looks as if the crystal was continuing to grow or may have stopped growing. And then just there's almost like this phantom line of another crystal inside. I even make like these quirky like rings. Here's amethyst. Here's like, my light is like, am I in my light here? I'll wear this one. I'll wear it for a while. But I have like, you know, little pendants of amethyst clusters, or I have these hearts, these amethyst hearts. I mean, I have so many different weird shapes, and then I have smooth crystals, and then I have raw crystals, green amethyst. I have rainbow fluorite. I have different types of, I have bumblebee jasper. My gosh, I love bumblebee jasper. I have different types of jade in here. So, some kyanite. I showed you that a little bit earlier. So, your boxes are going to be so unbelievably unique that, you know, two people's boxes are not going to remotely look the same or have the same intentions. We know that. So let me see. What'd you say? What spirit is trying to talk to you right now? I wasn't focused on anything, but I do feel a father energy. I do feel a father energy. At least I heard dad when I read that. I was like, who is someone calling in their father? You could be calling in your father. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Angel aura quartz. So how angel aura quartz work? It's like, we have regular aura, we have angel aura, and what happens is these crystals are put in like an airtight chamber, like a crystal that might start out looking like this. And then they take all the air out, all the oxygen. They have like, you know, it's almost like taking all the pressure out, and then they release either gold or silver or titanium in this chamber, and it just completely bonds with the crystal, and you get this like aura. So this doesn't come natural like this, or any aura quartz are not natural. They're usually hand created. Okay. Oh, losing my process happens to me when spirit is trying to communicate. I know it's, you know, it is still kind of weird. Like when I'm on here and I have so many people, when I have people on here, I mean, I only have 7 on here, but it doesn't take more than 2 to where like I do start to read energy of people, especially if I'm like seeing their picture or see their name or they're typing something. So that's why like when I do live readings, it like, I have to say, you have to book in order for me to answer your question, because all the energies are getting mixed up and they've kind of flow together when I'm looking at, down here, and I'm reading every single comment that comes through. Those energies do get mixed up. So I simply just like look at my device and I'm like, okay, focus on this, focus on this, focus on this. So yeah. So what's been new with you guys? Who's in here? Just say hi, throw up a hand. I know there's 12. So we're going to see you all. Here's some spirit quartz. So let me just, I don't know if it helps if I do this. This is like a big cluster of spirit quartz with some iron in there. Spirit quartz are so good for increasing your intuition, increasing your abilities. Hi, hello, Michelle. Hello, Solar Solution. Tammy, aka Tammy. Yeah, tap and share, guys. Tap and share. All right, what else do I have to show you? Let's go. My crystals are from just regular amethyst to, I have a lot of agate, or like just these cute hearts that have some type of druzy inside. Here we go. This is some Nambian citrine. So I know like there's this big thing with citrine and what citrine is real, what citrine isn't. I'll give you this idea. Naturally in nature, citrine is created when amethyst is heated to a certain degree. And or smoky quartz can also turn into citrine. It's a certain chemical structure. So when you see the bright yellow, that tends to be a handmade citrine, or we're taking a crystal like smoky quartz or amethyst, and we are creating citrine with it. If you get citrine that it looks more smoky like this, that's because it was like a natural smoky core at one point, and like the natural heating elements of earth created this citrine color. Okay. Citrine is going to connect to your solar plexus. Okay. Our solar plexus is like our sun, who we are, letting us shine. And you could possibly need citrine for a couple of reasons. It could have to do with, trauma as a child, maybe someone trying to shape you into a person that you weren't meant to be. Let's look at my, I have a 22 card training deck. It looks like this. It comes with my Body Health Oracle deck. And it talks about auras, all these auras. It teaches you how to do like body scans, health scans. But what I'm going for here is my chakra cards. Because the chakra cards can teach you how to do readings on clients, how to do chakra readings on clients. So if you find that you're doing energy healing, or maybe you're using a pendulum and someone's laying down and you're looking at their chakras, and you stop your pendulum at every single chakra and you say, is this chakra balanced? And you get a yes or you get a no. So what could a solar plexus chakra block look like? So here's our solar plexus. And all these cards have this one saying that is, it is that chakra. So our solar plexus is who we are. It's like, I can do it. I am this person. I do these things. And we have how to balance it. Okay, how to balance that chakra. And then origin of issues down here. So for example, the origin of issues. Maybe as a child you were subject to a lot of intimidation or constant criticism or repressed anger, lack of control, abuse, or other types SA. If the chakra is too fast, why? Why is it too fast? If it's fast, there could have been excessive judgment, or someone always having to have the last word, or power trips, or low empathy. And the same, opposite for the slow. We have things like feeling isolated or deprived of rewards. Like these are all things that we need to heal within ourselves. And as a healer, when I head to do chakra therapy for people, that's what I look for, is I say, okay, which chakra is out of balance? And it doesn't mean that just because your solar plexus is out of whack today, doesn't mean your root chakra will be balanced forever. It just means like, this is the block that needs to be healed right now for whatever reason. Spirit is telling me this, or energy or universe is telling me this. Okay. Awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and share this with anybody that you think might need any of these tools. As an intuitive coach, I create these tools. I feel like my job is to, one, work for the universe, and two, help you on your journey. And how I was helped on my journey was through crystals, was through metaphysical tools, was through meditations, was through knowledge, was through experience, was through using decks every single day. I would draw a card for myself. This is how I started. I had an oracle deck that I felt connected to, and I said to myself, I'm going to draw a card every day, and I'm going to think really deeply about the meaning of it, and I'm going to use that as my lesson of the day. And as I started, it just kind of like snowballed into like all of this healing that was happening so fast, that I became addicted. I became addicted to that feeling of feeling lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Hi guys. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. I'm Katie Mike. I'm a psychic medium. I also have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis, but I'm like a creative junkie, and I create decks. I create metaphysical tools. This deck that I'm holding, it's a 22 jumbo card size deck, and it goes along with my Body Health Oracle, which is a 66 card deck that is based on the human body, organs, systems within the human body, and I only have one of these left. These are not on my website, but if you would like one of these, I created these. They're Post-it. They are Post-its for health scans. So how I do my health scans, I have colors they're color coded to different areas or specific things on your body, which the color coding system is in here. And then I have all the colors in front of me, and then whatever I am intuitively drawn to use that color, and then I just kind of put my pen down, and it's usually like spot on to that area of the body. So let's just say, I'll just show you glands here. So if I see the color green, or I get green, and I have this green pen on me, and I just go and I make a dot, so when I close my eyes and I'm like, I really feel like I have to put this dot here, it could mean that the glands in this area need attention. Now, I'm also not a doctor, okay, and I know a lot of you guys aren't either, and we all kind of teeter on this line of like, well, what am I allowed to say? What am I not allowed to say? Like, you know, for example, and I don't diagnose per se. I don't say you have this diagnosis. Sometimes spirit does throw words in. I don't know what they mean. Sometimes they are actual diagnoses that I find out later. Like I said, I was not great in occupational therapy. Okay, I was not good in anatomy, physiology. I had to create my own way of learning about it. So I can tell you origin of where problems start, or things like that usually come up in health readings. So I do health readings for people and animals. I do mediumship readings for people and animals. I don't know if I swallowed a bug or what. Okay, I can pull a random. I'll pull some random cards from Body Health Oracle for you guys. Okay, I'll just say your name, and then we'll kind of stop and we'll do some. Oh, Sunny. Hey, Sunny. Thanks so much for your purchase. Thanks so much, love. I know I've done readings for you before. All right. What's my take on chakra blocks? Oh, I just talked about them. Okay, chakra blocks. Look. This deck that I have, it's a 22 card deck. It comes with Body Health Oracle. Okay, it's a duo deck. That link is in my bio. I only have a few left. I actually only have one duo deck left, and then I have Body Health Oracle and plethora of Body Health Oracle, but I only have one combo. I believe one or two combos left. Okay, so in here is chakras. It's going to teach you about the chakras. It's also going to teach you about the auras, and it also teaches you my color coding system. But let me just grab the chakra cards, and you can just even tell by the backs here. These are the chakra cards. Okay? And here we're talking about all the 7 major chakras. It talks about what kind of controls that chakra. It talks about the energy and the types of energy that, or the issues of origin, why someone might have a root chakra that is blocked, lack of safety as they were growing up. If somebody has a fast chakra, what their behavior might look like. Maybe they're impulsive. A slow root chakra, maybe they feel unsupported or they're unmotivated. So thanks, Sunny. So this deck is available. I think I have one or two combos. I know the numbers are right on my website. All you got to do is click the link up here, head to my website. And, anyway, so it teaches you all about it. And I do believe that we can use crystals to unblock and heal a lot of those traumas. So for example, yellow, if I had, my solar plexus had a block in it. Okay. And it's coming from maybe constant criticism I had as a child. I had a wasp on this bag. Maybe I had constant criticism as a child, and right now I just don't feel confident in going forward. So what I would personally do is I would get myself some citrine, because it's yellow, and yellow is going to vibrate at the same frequency as my solar plexus. And you can do one of two things. You can sit and meditate with it on your solar plexus, which is right around your belly button, or like 2 inches above your belly button. Or you can, if it has a point on it, you can put it in your right hand. And I don't know if you guys are looking at me the other way. It's my left. Let me just do this. Okay. So, point with the point facing away from you. And I want you to program any subconscious blocks from my solar plexus into this crystal. I program any subconscious blocks from me to this crystal. And you want to do that for a little while, maybe 5 minutes or so in meditation. Then you want to stop, turn the crystal around, place it in your left hand, because that's your receiving hand. And I want you to say, bring all the unconscious blocks or subconscious blocks from this crystal to my conscious mind. And when I just said that, I just got visuals from childhood. Someone was like, I think it was my mom, just pointing her finger in my face, telling me something. Oh my God. Okay, well, I got shit I got to get over. Anyway, that's how it's going to work. Like, you're literally going to get messages, visuals, words, memories, and you have to believe that those are linked to something. They are linked to some type of block. Maybe you just have to, like, open the door a little bit to let it out. Remember, a lot of our blocks are things that we pushed away, said it wasn't true, said we don't want to believe it, we don't want to see it, we don't want to remember it. And by saying that, our body's like, okay, well, we'll just go here. We still exist, but we're just going to go over here. We're just going to stay out of your way so it doesn't bother you every day, but we're still here. So, in saying that, you have to bring those to the surface, and you have to first acknowledge that there's an issue, because if you can't acknowledge it, then you can't get rid of it, right? If it's not real, it doesn't exist. And if it doesn't exist, you can't get rid of it. So it has to exist. You have to acknowledge it first. Hey guys, welcome. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Okay, let's do, I think I'm going to pull just a couple cards. Let's just to give you guys an idea of, some of these cards, and then I'll talk again about my mystery boxes. I meditate with your guides. I design beautiful, gorgeous. This one is not designed. And I have, this week's order is finished. Last week, Monday through Saturday is finished, and I wanted to show you, but I didn't know if anybody was going to be on my live, and I like the element of surprise when you open up the box and all the crystals, so I didn't want to show like a pre-made box. So, but I do decorate the top. I do have examples of that on my page if you want to go see. There are some visuals like you can see on my page, intuitioncc.com, or you can click the link in my bio. It'll take you there. Okay, so this is Body Health Oracle. You can purchase this deck by clicking the link in my bio. We're going to do a couple messages for you. Okay, so all you have to do is say your name in the chat box, just so I can say your name so I can pull the card for you, and maybe if there's a divine message. Now, these are not going to be as deep as like normal. I'm going to enter your energy and I'm going to feel it out and describe to you what's going on. Again, these are just quick card pulls. I will tell you how to use this deck, though. I will show you and demonstrate a little bit how to use this deck. And if you have some free time, I would love and appreciate some support if you can head over to the link in my bio, check out my website, check out the mystery boxes with all of the amazing different types of crystals. Like, who doesn't need rose quartz in their life? Everybody needs rose quartz in their life. I love these mandala beads, 108 beads. These help with affirmations. If you guys didn't know what these are for, it's literally like saying affirmations and holding each bead, affirmation, 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 affirmation. It's a way of counting your affirmations. I usually wear this because my 6-month-old likes to hold something when he's feeding, and I don't wear a lot of clothes, so he's like grasping for my clothes. So I just wear this. Okay, so we're gonna start out with Monica. And if you guys don't know how to give readings, maybe you haven't done it yet, maybe you don't own a deck, maybe you need a deck. If you do purchase a mystery box for $44, you can add on a deck, which means like you're going to get the 7 to 10 crystals in addition to a deck. Sometimes decks go in boxes without people asking. It depends on the guides. It depends on what they're telling me. In that case, it might count as, you know, one of your items or a majority of your items. Okay, so this one is for Monica. Yeah, show some months. I know he's 6 months and he's getting so big. He's crawling. He's doing the like rocking on all fours and then face planting. And since we're in a camper, I have a king size bed, luckily, and I just like make a border with all the sheets and the king size bed so that he can learn to crawl, because he really has no other place to go. It's kind of a different situation having a baby, and I have no baby items. We have no baby things except for some clothes. Okay, Monica, an intuitive message from you. The lone wolf is what I heard. I heard the lone wolf. Hey. Hey, Alexa. All right, so placenta, you got the life card. It says, confront your childhood trauma sooner than later. What is not healed now will be passed on to the next. Okay, that was for you, Monica. Or it could mean you're pregnant. Placenta card, who knows? If you were thinking, am I pregnant, that might be something. I don't know about that. Okay, Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Thanks so much for being here, Melissa. Okay, some messages for Melissa. What does Melissa need to know? And again, I'm using Body Health Oracle. This deck is available on my website. You can't get it anywhere else right now, at least. Okay, Melissa. Oh, I'll be right back. Hold on. This one wanted to go for a little stroll. And oddly enough, it's the movement card. Movement. Okay, it says more action is required in the physical world. It's time to make the moves. Strike while the iron is hot. So if you've been thinking about something or doing something or making some changes, or even like, something from the past might help you right now. It's kind of how it feels. So I don't know if you're like in this, like, what am I going to do stage, but it feels like maybe something from the past could help you, but I feel like you might need to make some moves to make it happen. Like, it's not there, they may not reach out. You got to do a little work. Okay, Sunny. Hey, Sunny. Oh, this card wants to be yours. Okay, we have ligaments. Stability. Examine what makes you feel secure. Reevaluate your programmed thoughts. Okay, so what this is telling me is, like, if there's something that you want in life, it's what is going to make you feel the most stable? And we can say things like, oh, I need a car for this, or I need a house for this. Like, why do we need the car? What is the car going to help us do? What is the house going to help us do? Think down to like the nitty gritty and then manifest that, is how I feel. Okay. All right. Robin. All right, let's do a reading for Robin, or a quick card pull here. Body Health Oracle is the deck that I'm using. You can get this deck. The link is in my bio. I'm also selling my weekly limited edition, limited availability mystery boxes. They're wooden boxes. I burn them myself. I char them up. And then I design the outside, and then I place 7 to 10 intuitive items, crystals, things. I mean, this is a gorgeous large piece of pistachio calcite, and this is not an uncommon size, if not larger, of some of the crystals that go in your box. And they can go as big as that. They can go as small as this Bumblebee Jasper, which is also a very hard piece to find or get. Like I said, I had to purchase a lot of these in bulk in order to get them at prices where I could literally stuff a box for $100. And, you know, some of the pieces are maybe a little bit more touched by man, like this point. Obviously, it doesn't come out of the ground like this. And some pieces are rough, like this kyanite, this one as well. Okay. All right. Who's next here? Robin. All right, Robin. Let's do a card for Robin. What does Robin need to know? We have the Propel card, also the Esophagus, okay? So it's time to swallow your pride and take action. Stop caring about what others think of you. So when this card comes in, it kind of gives me that, like, it makes me feel like there's something that is required of you that you might alter your behavior a little based on society or based on what society says is good, or based on an approval from a parental figure or a spouse or a child or something like that. Okay, so we can't get too far away from making choices and decisions that are best for us. All right, and I'll leave it at that. And thanks again for being here, guys. Amanda, hi Amanda, welcome in. I hope a lot of you guys will visit my website. You're just gonna go back here, click Katie Mikey. And when you're brought to my site, you're going to see some awesome projects that I've been working on. I have my Romance Tarot deck, which I'm going to use that next. So if you guys have relationship, we can use this deck. You do not need to know how to read tarot cards in order to use this, and I'll show you in a little bit. I do have the Body Health Oracle deck available as well. You guys can jump on and follow the Llama Tarot Kickstarter. That is launching live on Kickstarter on 8/22. And basically the Kickstarters are done so that I could purchase large amounts and then sell them for a cheaper price, because it's unreal trying to do this yourself. It's not easy doing like specialty decks like this. It's not cheap for me to do. I think the cheapest I've ever purchased one of my own decks was $25 to get it printed. So, unless you're purchasing $10,000 or more, it's hard to get them down to that, $10 and under price. But we can talk a little bit about creating your own Oracle decks if that's something you want to do. So Allison here, is it Allison? Amanda. Okay. Amanda, here's a card for you. Do I have any classes? I don't have any classes right now. I could create a class if that's something you're interested in, or just talk about it during the lives. Okay, let's pull this card for Amanda here. Amanda. Okay, I feel like you need to be grounded a little. I'm getting like this, I feel grounded thinking, okay? Collaborate, cerebellum. Be more true to yourself and all that is part of you. You are a talented being. So it could be that you're being asked to work together on a creative project or a work project, or even it could be somebody else's idea that you take and you run with it or roll with it. Or possibly you have an idea that you don't have any physical interest in that you need to pass on to another individual. So keep in mind, when your thoughts are going, who you're talking to, who you're around. If you get an idea to say something about something, even if you're like, oh, they're not going to want to talk about this, just say it. Okay? Everything happens for a reason. All right? Okay. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Yeah. Okay, Debbie. Card for you, Debbie. How are you, love? Oh, it's so nice to reconnect with you guys. It's been so long. It's been a long 6 months of talking to children. Because I homeschool my 5 kids while we're on the road. My husband is usually like, he's trying to find work or doing work or working on something, or he was stay at home for all of my pregnancy, and then once I had the baby, we swapped again. So here we are. This is for you, Deb. Ovaries, cycles. Okay, a very important ending of a cycle is approaching. Make way for the new entering your life. So this could be like an old way of thinking or an old way of doing things. I'm kind of feeling a routine, and it feels like it's goal oriented. So it's almost like there's a goal ahead of you, and you're starting to actually like take the steps, and it's changing your daily routine. It's something you're incorporating in your daily routine that's going to help you out in the future, or obtain a goal in the future is how it feels. Okay, so I don't know if it's it feels like there's something you want to do in the future, and you might have to do these small things to get there. You know, like take a class or a license or something like that. Okay? Mavis. Hi, Mavis. Welcome. How are you guys? Thanks for being here. Go ahead and double tap on that screen while you're hanging out. It throws some likes up on there for you. For me. For you. You get to see them. I get to see them. All right. Let's pull a card for you. Whoa. Another card on the loose here. Okay, so we got mesentery here. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, it's literally like the mesh lining behind your abs that holds your abs in place. So this is security. This card means security. This situation is calling for you to have faith and trust that there is a safety net nearby. So if you feel like you're drowning, if you feel like things are not going your way, if there's like this, I have to do this, but I have this fear of failure, just know, just go. Like the universe has your back. If not, somebody else in the physical or in the material world will manifest something and help you, whether it's financially or physically or whatever it is. So whatever it is that this situation is, and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. Maybe you don't see an ending that seems plausible. Go for it is what I'm saying. It's like there's a net there. It's going to catch you. Okay. All right. Hi guys. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome in. I'm Katie Mikey. I'm a psychic medium. We are talking a little bit about the tools that I have been working on over the past 6 months or year, even year or longer. But I have not been live for about 6 months. Now I am doing reading specials, so a $25 reading. Those are available. The link is right in my bio. You have to click Katie Mikey. It'll take you to my profile page. Click the link. It's a snipfeed.co/Katie Mikey. Once you get there, let me just show you what it looks like for all of you guys out there. Let me just show you what it looks like. Okay. So you're going to get to my page. It's going to look just like this. See that little, I'm verified on this website. There's that little blue check mark. These are my mystery boxes. You can click there to get my one-of-a-kind mystery boxes. These boxes are going to help you ascend. They are going to help you heal. They're going to not just give you a box full of amazing crystals and metaphysical tools, but I also provide a reading. It's a handwritten reading for you, and it touches upon every single item that is in your box, why it's there, and how to use it. So I think that's the most unique part besides designing it myself. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and click there. I release a limited amount weekly. So if you see 0 at any point during the week, it means I sold out. There is the $25 tarot or mediumship reading. And then if you want to follow Lama Tarot, this is a fun deck that I created. And the reason, my intentions behind this deck was to create a deck that allowed me enough room to write on it, because I'm one of those people that I'm not really good at memorizing 78 meanings of cards, forwards, backwards, the career meaning, the love meaning, the finance meaning. So what I did was I created cards that had enough room to write on it. And you can write forwards, you can write backwards, and however you pull the card, you'll be able to read your writing, hopefully read your writing. So like, here's some different cards. There's my star card. Not all the cards have llamas on it. Here's the Ace of Swords, but they are simplified. Okay, they're a simplified version based off Rider-Waite Tarot. All right, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. I have the Chariot. There's a llama, actually. That's an actual chariot. That's the name of the car that this llama is in. They're very ambiguous characters, which is why I chose it. Let me see. Let me see some other cards. Not all the llamas look the same. Here is the sun. There's the sun llama. So there's the outside of the deck. The deck comes in La Matero, comes in this like black velvet, because I'm not really big on boxes. And if you say, well, how am I going to know what the cards mean? Where am I going to look this up? In each deck comes one card that has its own QR code. When you click on that, it'll take you right to Canva and open up a little document that gives you different words and things that you can write on each card, what they mean, and it's really easy to follow. So if you are interested in purchasing a mediumship, past life reading, a health scan, those are all available too. You just have to like scroll to the side. It'll tell you what type of reading you're purchasing. And then below, these are the different types of decks that I've created over the years, and which ones are available to you right now. So that being said, do we have like relationship? Let's do like relationship stuff. And I'll use my Romance Tarot deck. I'll show you guys a little bit how that works. This is the card that goes in the La Matero deck. All right. Perfect. Double tap that screen, guys. Okay, so I don't usually do like random relationship questions with one card, but I'll pull a card for you. And what I would suggest you doing is think about a relationship of some sort. Have that on your mind as intention. This can be a relationship with a child, with a loved one, an intimate relationship with a parent. Okay. Hi, Kara. So right now I'm just doing some card pulls with some of the decks that I've created myself. I'm not specifically doing like full-on readings, but I do have a $25 special that is linked right up in my bio. So you just click here. It'll take you right to my page, and it will look like this. Okay, you'll see the mystery boxes on top. The second one down is the specialty reading. You can book that, and you'll get a video response sent back to you within 24 hours. Okay? All right. All right. So, here we go. So just know, guys, that these cards are specifically for types of relationships. It could be a relationship with things, I guess. But it really is going to capitalize and help you, because the cards are written on. All right, they're written on, and this, if you see the heart this way, this is upright. If you see the heart this way, this is reverse. And it's going to give you some words to help describe the situation, okay? Now, we'll start with Monica. Okay, so I'm just going to draw one card. I'm going to find the intentions of Monica, your question, and the card that you need to see. And again, I'm not going to give full readings because I'm not really asking specific questions, but I'm sure there's a card that you need to see, and I'm just kind of showing you guys how these decks work. You don't need to learn to read tarot to use this deck. Okay, this deck talks to you. Okay, the words are on there for you, so you don't need to learn. And you don't always have to go find somebody else to do the reading for you. You are very capable of doing it yourself, especially with a deck like this. Okay, so what is the message that Monica needs to hear about this relationship? Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, and we know this is like feeling distant, isolation, loneliness, but we also know that you have the key to make this not have to happen, if that makes sense. We also know that the Five of Pentacles is energy that says things like, you're focused on the loneliness. You're focused on the distant feelings. You're focused on the isolation, so therefore it is. There are other things around you. And that's more of like, that's what I'm feeling from this card. Okay? All right. If you guys want specific readings, relationship readings, please go ahead and book the $25 reading, and I'll get that back to you within 24 hours, okay? So Yolanda, hi Yolanda, how are you? So So I'm just going to pull a card. I want you to think of the question. I want you to see, you know, what do you need to know right now from the questions that you have or the relationships in your life? Okay. Oh, I have the sword, 10 of swords here, which can be things like breakups or separations or infidelity. Now I'm not specifically, like, these cards have 3 different meanings, so I'm not specifically saying that anybody in your life is being, I'm not specifically saying there's infidelity in your life, but maybe there is a separation. Maybe we're talking about 2 people that have already broke up, okay? But this is how the cards read, all right? And if, you know, if we were looking at specific questions, how I would use this deck is I would say, like, specific questions, for example, okay? And, oh, you're saying it is. Okay, so it definitely answered your question, Yolanda, right? You know, put your intentions into your questions. And like I said, these cards, like before I did a Kickstarter, I use these cards all the time on relationships with my family, spouse, with myself, you know, and they really helped me because, you know, I didn't have to, like, spend the time trying to interpret how it actually, what's the meaning according to my specific situation. Like, these words were literally, like, speaking to me. They were my personal medium. They were my personal psychic. So, oh, the infidelity. Okay. So, if that was your question, then Spirit definitely knows how to answer. Cameron, let's do one for Cameron, and I'll show you guys again. Cameron, Coco Cam, how are you? Thanks for being here. Okay, so think of a question, and I'm going to connect to your energy and what you need to know, or a card that's going to answer your question. And again, this is Romance Tarot. This deck is available. The link is right in my bio, okay? This just came off of a successful Kickstarter. Yeah! So those are all available. I have about 15 decks left. All right, Cameron, answer a question for Cameron. Okay. I have the Temperance in reverse. So this can mean going to the extreme, somebody who is kind of impatient in love. Maybe they're an all or nothing kind of energy. So this could mean, like, I don't know your situation, but it could mean what is the energy of someone liking you. It would be that they're an all or nothing kind of person. You could feel pressure by this person. You could feel like this person is moving too fast, or a situation is moving too fast, or how would the situation move? It would be a very extreme, impatient energy is what I'm coming through for that, okay? I hope that makes sense. And if you guys want to, start doing this stuff yourself, like, you're very much capable of asking the universe or putting intentions into a deck and then having it answer. I mean, there's 78 cards here and there's meanings both ways. I'm not really great at math off the top of my head, but that's a lot of possible different answers. And if you're getting the answer that makes the most sense, or like, especially if it makes the most sense to your specific question, then you need to believe that that's what it is. That the universe isn't gonna lie to you unless there's like, a huge lesson that you have to learn. And I say that with as much love because, I mean, I felt lied to by the universe before, but it was so I could get through certain obstacles in my life. Like, I thought my direction of life was going one way and then it turned, but I wouldn't have got to that turn if I didn't see the goal that was familiar to me. So we do that as humans. We kind of like, we take the path that feels the best, that feels it feels the most familiar to us, but that doesn't always mean that's the best one, or it doesn't always mean it's the path we're supposed to take. But those, sometimes going that way can lead us to better things. So do these cards read off us or the other person in the relationship? They can read either. So, if it depends on, I mean, that could be either person in the relationship. That maybe one person is rushing things. Maybe one person is coming off as an all or nothing kind of person. And it could be you or the other individual. I guess it depends on the question, how it was worded, if the intention was very vague or if the intention was very specific, okay? You just have to understand that when we're reading cards, when we're reading oracle cards, oracle messages, tarot cards, we have to be as specific as possible. When we are doing mediumship readings or energy readings, then we're going to be a little bit more vague because it's like reading a feeling, or energy doesn't always look the same. Intention doesn't always look the same. So we could be shown metaphors, we could be given words, but we don't always know what the meanings of those things are. We might think we do and apply them to our past, personal past, but as a client, or if I'm doing mediumship reading for someone and somebody shows me a watch on their wrist, and I might think that's very mundane. I'm just like, okay, what does a watch mean? He just flashed a watch to me. But then my client says he was looking for his watch the day he left the house and, got into a car accident or something like that. So, I mean, we just have to be very vague when we are doing mediumship. But when we're doing cards and reading cards in oracle decks and tarot, we have to be very specific with our questions, because it's like, you're not getting an answer from spirit. You're getting an answer from a deck that you are intuitively choosing. Okay, that's how it works. It's like I'm cutting the deck right at the exact right spot, right where I feel I need to. And if you question, was I supposed to shuffle one more time? Did I shuffle too many times? The answer is always you did exactly what you were supposed to do. Okay? The only thing that I can say don't do is like pick a card, read it, and be like, oh, that's not the answer. And then like, oh yeah, this one is better. Like, better isn't always the way it's going to go. But, it's just, you got to believe. You just got to believe. Yeah, guys, thanks. I've got almost 20,000 likes. Double tap on that screen if you guys, well, it's kind of weird. If anybody has any questions for me right now, feel free to ask. Just questions about myself, or questions about spirituality, questions about making decks, questions about my mystery boxes. If you have any of those questions, I will be happy to answer them. If you have questions that pertain more to your spiritual journey, or about a relationship, or mediumship readings, health scans, past lives, I would absolutely love to read your energy. All you have to do is purchase a reading. It's available. The link is right in my bio. All right, so let me just kind of go on my website right here and check a little bit. You can head to the link in my bio or go to intuitioncc.com. And intuitioncc.com will get you things like one-on-ones, text readings, I have mystery boxes, my decks are on there. If you go to the link in my bio, it's kind of like a sub-link, it's like a link tree on steroids, so you can get to Intuition CC that way by clicking any of the possible, any of these by clicking the link. It'll get you right to my website. So let me just head to my website, just kind of see what's going on. I have a question. What if a clump of cards falls out when you shuffle? Okay, good question. So, if a bunch of cards, like half the deck, falls out, sometimes I just pick up the top card. The top card, the card that's facing me, the card that's closest to me. But if a whole mess of cards just fumbles all over the place, I would say more than 3. If more than 3 cards falls out over the place, feel free to just pick them all back up and put them together. Okay. If one card is facing you and all the rest are down, take that as a sign that one card is supposed to be the card that you're supposed to see. Or just say to yourself, were you really focused if all these cards flew out? And at the same time, a lot of the time when a bunch of cards fly out like that, I take it as they were supposed to be shuffled a different way. Maybe some were supposed to be upside down, reverse, some were supposed to be the opposite way. So I just kind of pick them back up the way that they are and start shuffling again. Okay. Awesome. Randy, thank you so much for purchasing a mystery box. Awesome, guys. So I have 8 boxes left. I have 8 boxes left for this week. The order should still be up and available over the next few days. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about working with tarot decks, working with any metaphysical tools, how to create those tools, maybe questions about the boxes, how to do text readings with me? Go ahead. I would love to answer any questions, even about psychology. Honestly, I love psychology. I have a master's in sports psychology, and I just love using it to help people heal. So you want a box, just got to raise the money. Okay, you can do it, girl. You can do it. You can do it. Are there any must-have crystals? Okay. I like all the crystals that I have here at one point or another. I used this, not these specific ones, but I used these crystals. Okay, like I use malachite for love, for money. I use a lot of citrine for money, to bring abundance and money in my life. Any negative thoughts of me or people around me, I use amber. If I'm going into a space that has a lot of energy and there's a lot of people that don't think like me, I bring in my black tourmaline, because it will kind of psychic attack energy, like negativity and projecting. It kind of pushes that aside, or it doesn't allow it in. If you're looking for like some like more focused energy, if you're looking to get a lot of things done in like a creative way, get some rainbow fluorite. If you're looking to like deepen your spirituality, deepen your inner spirituality, and even like intimacy and things like that, the spirit quartz is a very like phallic type looking crystal. So it's used for like sexuality, but it's also used for your crown chakra and your third eye as far as like spirituality goes. Okay. What's the best crystal or stone to help with hormone balance? Okay. So what I would do is, first I would use bloodstone, because bloodstone has to do with like circulation. The bloodstone was actually once used to help people that had blood disorders. Let me see if I have any in here. Oh yeah, I have a little piece. They're like red and green. They're like this dark red bloodstone. Hormone imbalances, what I would do is I would first use a crystal that has a point on it. And then I would put it so like clear quartz. I would get clear quartz, and I would also use amber for hormones. So by placing this in the area, say your hormones are here or wherever the glands and the hormones that are unbalanced, and I would put the point facing away from you, so that negative energy that you want to draw out is going to go into the crystal and exit in another specific way. Now remember, you're going to have to clear this afterwards. You can't just like put the crystal down and turn it around and use it next time. Then that energy is going to come back to you. So again, if you don't want to do an exercise like that, I would use some types of these crystals to absorb any like negativity in your body that is creating the imbalance, because it's not just that your hormones are imbalanced. There's a reason for everything. Like if we're overweight, there's a reason for it. There's a reason. It's serving us a purpose. Okay? So in order to get back to this homeostasis, this very balanced way of living, sometimes you have to like kind of look at why things are imbalanced. What purpose is it serving? Let me get rid of that purpose. Okay? If you do have any questions, I do have $25 readings. The link is in my bio. You can go ahead and ask that question. It's available there. You'll get it in a video response. It'll be sent back within 24 hours, okay? All right. You're welcome. A good idea for a book. Yeah, I'm sure they have tons of books on crystal use, what crystals to use. Like I made these little cards with the crystals that I have. So like red jasper, like these are my actual types of red jasper that I have. I took a picture of my red jasper and then I created like these meanings for them. It's gently stimulating and also extremely protective stone. It can neutralize radiation and other forms of environmental and electromagnetic pollution. Red jasper rectifies unjust situations and grounds easily. Brings problems to light and provides insight into difficult situations. Okay. Let's see another one here. I have Palo Santo. I have like all the different types of sage too. So different types of sage used for different things. This is dragon's blood sage. This is white sage with cinnamon. I have lavender sage bundles. And I also have cedar bundles. And these are all used for different things, like their purpose and intentions, like when you burn them and why you burn them. I also have Palo Santo, and let's see. Let me just randomly choose a card and read for you. So, okay, malachite. Okay, so I have malachite, which is this right here, malachite. I have a lot of malachite. These are beautiful. These are hard to find. These are hard to get, okay? Just saying. A lot of these crystals are hard to get. I look long and hard for a lot of these. Malachite absorbs negative energies and pollutants, picking them up from the atmosphere and from the body. It guards against radiation and clears electromagnetic pollution. Malachite clears and activates the chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance. It opens up the heart to unconditional love. I have lapis. Okay. Encourages self-awareness, allows self-expression, and reveals inner truth, providing quality of honesty, compassion, and morality to the personality. It stimulates objectivity, clarity, and encourages creativity. Okay. Stuff like, labradorite, smoky quartz, sunstone, ocean jasper. I know someone mentioned they needed some ocean jasper. I have, look, this is the same ocean jasper that's in this picture. See, these are mine. These are the one I made these. Okay. It aspires to relieve our stress and tension while uplifting feelings of relaxation, reminding us we are safe and protected. A stone that instills happiness. Ocean jasper inspires feelings of joy by aiding the release of negative emotions and thought patterns. So what I would do with this stone, if you had ocean jasper, I would put it under my pillow and I would say, as I sleep, I want to release any emotional patterns that are creating negativity in my life. I want to release any negative emotions and thought patterns that no longer serve me, and I want to do it while I'm sleeping. Like, you can do that. I used to do that all the time. Oh, no way. She just picked up some ocean jasper yesterday. I love it. All the pieces I have are like super unique, as you can kind of see. Like, these are some of the pieces that I do have. I have Druzy agate hearts. I showed you one of those already. Where is it? Oh, yes. I don't know if this one made the cut. Oh, yeah, it's right there on the bottom. Druzy agate. There we go. See? These are all the same crystals. Black obsidian. I showed you this exact one, right? Black obsidian is a stone of psychic protection and creates a shield around your aura by keeping you powerfully grounded to Mother Earth. Black obsidian creates a safe space for us to work through emotional issues or strengthen our psyche. See, like, how do you not want to own every single crystal? In your box, though, you'll get 7 to 10. If you do purchase a mystery box, you'll see that the mystery boxes come with 7 to 10 items. They're usually, a lot of them will be handmade. Like, I've made this pendulum. This is just one pendulum I grabbed really quickly from a box. It's not completely done, but I am mailing out last week's shipment of boxes. I usually mail them out on Monday. So, for example, anybody that purchases the beginning of the week, this week, you'll get your box sometime next week, okay? Do I make custom oils? If it calls for it, I do make custom oils, or I'll put little like potion bottles of oils or bottles of resin or crystals, like tiny like tumbles and stuff. So, I mean, It's oh, I do have the oils. Yeah. I didn't bring any with me. I make roller bottles, and say you need balance in your life or health or whatever it is, it will come with the oils. I'll put all the ingredients in a little piece of paper for you of why it's there, so you can recreate it if you want to. And it has, it's full of herbs and different oils for different reasons. Desperately need to quit smoking. Yeah. So, like the first thing, I'm not going to say that one thing is going to cure all, it's not like there's an oil on the market that you can just put on your wrist and you're going to wake up and not smoke a cigarette, right? But like the smells of those oils and essential oils might, bring your mind to a different place. Or what I mean by that is like, why do we smoke in the first place? Why did we start? Besides like, and there might be like a physical like addiction to the nicotine. I mean, I'm not talking about that. That might be the hardest part, but there is a psychological component to it. And discovering that psychological component or going back on it and like revisiting it, like how does this serve me? Can I replace this with something else to serve this issue? We have to get back down to like that nitty gritty origin of what it is really doing for us. Because somewhere down the line, we maybe didn't need it for that anymore. And our body's just like dependent on it. And it became a routine. We got to go back to that origin, if you do want a box that is geared towards Lilith, then you would just like put that in the comment section, I guess. Some people say they want it really based on their astrology. Some people don't say anything at all, which is perfectly fine. I still meditate with whatever it is, your name. Your guides come forward and they tell me what you're going to need and why you're going to need it. And then I have to make it or I have to find it. So it's kind of a cool process because it's not like everybody, it's not like I'm just going through and be like, what do I want to give Sally? This, and this. It's like, Katie, you need to find this and you need to make this wearable for them because it needs to sit here on their body, like legitimately. And I'm like, okay, so I need to find some prehnite and it needs to be on a chain that's low enough to hit their heart chakra, those kinds of things. Or maybe their necklace needs to be short for their throat chakra, or maybe something that has to do with their third eye, and it's a piece of jewelry that sits on their head. Like whatever it is, whatever it comes to me, whatever I'm told I'm supposed to do. Right? So how do you unblock your chakras? Awesome. First, you have to recognize that there is a block, okay? And you have to recognize what that block is. So we use crystals to unblock those chakras because crystals are a much stable version of energy than we are. And sometimes, let's say our throat chakra is blocked. I did that one earlier. Let's do our third eye, okay? So our third eye. Say it's blocked. Okay, say we have a trauma we have to get over. Maybe when we were a child, something happened, but we can't remember what it was. And we're like, well, something happened, but I don't know what it is. And I just feel blocked. I feel blocked from seeing the future. I feel blocked from this. What do I do? The first thing that you want to do is meditate, and you want to focus on that chakra. Second thing that you want to do is possibly get a crystal that's going to vibrate at the same frequency as that chakra. So you might want to get a crystal that is dark blue, like lapis, or maybe a crystal that is purple, like amethyst, and you want to just hold it on the third eye. I have a lot of Veracruz amethysts, which are really great for opening up your third eye or like cracking open that pineal gland. And you want to leave it there, okay? And you want to meditate and you want to ask yourself to reveal the blocks to you. Now, a lot of the time, the blocks have to do with that specific area. For example, if it's in your solar plexus, it might have to do with intimacy or trauma in that area. If it's your root chakra, it might have to do with your foundation growing up or rules or the way someone parented you. If it has to do with your crown chakra, maybe it has to do with spirituality or being brainwashed. If it has to do with your third eye, maybe it was something you didn't want to see. Okay, maybe it's something you closed your eyes. Or something like when you thought about it, it really hurt your head. You didn't want to see it. Or maybe it was something physical. So I would start by thinking, okay, what are the visuals and memories that are coming to me right now? Why do, maybe you see something that isn't so threatening and you say, how is it related to that? Dig deeper and deeper and deeper until we get into some things that might seem scary. We get into some things that we say, oh no, that couldn't be. Like, I don't remember that. It probably is that. And the reason you don't remember it is because you didn't want to. You wanted to shove it way down into your subconscious and your unconscious. Subconscious has to do with society and unconscious has to do with everything else. For example, like, let's say your father did something to you that is not that's not acceptable by society. Okay. Then you're going to store that memory possibly in your sacral chakra and in your subconscious mind because it has to do with society. Now, if it was a foundational thing, like the way you were brought up, or maybe the way that they showed you how finances worked, and it went against society. Let's say you had food stamps and you thought nobody had food stamps and it made you feel a certain way and you hid it from the world and all of this stuff. That would be held in your root chakra. And you would need crystals and stones and things that are black and red and dark brown to help to balance that out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Go check out those boxes. If you guys are here, I would love for you to check those boxes out even after the live. I'll probably be on for another 10 minutes or so. I've been on for about 2 hours, and let me see. I will be taking down the $25 reading, so if you do want a reading for that $25 price, please go ahead and purchase that now. Those aren't always going to be available. The boxes will stay up on my website for the week, and again, if you see 0, you just have to wait till that next Sunday when I'll be live, and I'll come back on live. I'm going to try to come on live every Sunday. And show you guys a little bit more about like what I do and the tools that I create and, the experiences that I can provide for you basically. Thank you. So how long are the readings? So, the specialty readings last up to 5 minutes. And the special reading that I have for $25 here. So, I'll meditate and get that answer, and I basically just don't stop talking for 5 minutes. And then I also have full length readings, and you'll see those are 6 to 12 minutes. Sometimes they go 15, 19. I try to not do any more than 20 minutes because it's hard to send a file that's over 20 minutes long. So it just depends on what you'd like. Mediumship readings are always better for longer readings, past life as well. But no one said it can't be done. I've done 5 minute. I've done 2-minute mediumship readings before for people, and as long as you don't mind it only being 2 minutes, then it's your prerogative. And yeah, I do think $100 for the box is a good price. I honestly don't think like I'm netting much on them, but I have all of these crystals, and I know how I started this. Like, I started with $500, and I would just buy crystals and then sell a few of them and buy more and sell a few and buy more and sell a few, to the point that I have this plethora of many different types. It's like a grocery store of crystals. And I absolutely love creating and designing these boxes for you. Like that, the designing part is like for me. Okay, I love doing this part. I love designing them and then filling your box with crystals. Because, I mean, the best thing for me was getting a new crystal and using it to overcome a block, and then being like, okay, what do I need next? What crystal is good for this? What crystal is good for that? And I remember just buying so many. So I think if I could have done this, if I could have like approached a medium or a psychic and I was like, okay, what am I going to need over the next couple years or even year or 6 months or whatever? And they were like, here's all the tools. And I'm like, oh my God, where did you get all these? Because I mean, they're all so different that I just don't think that this experience could come from anybody else, or this same experience could come from anybody else. So I hope that helps you and answers your questions. Hey, Erin, how are you, love? Oh, it's been, ooh, whew, there's a lot of wasps around here. Ooh. And, so let's take a look at La Matero. Okay, guys, this is the outside. And again, I have La Matero. I have a Kickstarter that's starting to pump up here. I'm trying to do it like while Venus is still in retrograde. I know we have like a Leo, an amazing, I think it's a new moon in Leo. Is it new moon in Leo, guys? Help me out here. I love that I'm live too. I may not make it much longer. I said I was only going to be on here for 2 hours, and that's like in 7 minutes I would go off, but like, so here we go. We have Queen of Swords. Let me just show you what this deck looks like, okay? We have the Knight of Swords. See, all the swords are the same color. And then we get into the Pentacles, and we get into the Water, the Cups. All right. Let's see. Let me pull out some major arcana for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And as I'm launching this Kickstarter, I also have 22 NFTs that I'm creating. So these are all in like some awesome little NFT forms as well. Here's the Fool card. Here's the Magician. Double tap on that screen, guys. Here's the Queen of Wands. Like I said, this deck is very simple, but it's like to the point. It has all the necessary parts on it. Ten of Swords. Let me see. Here's the Moon card. And I know a few of you guys, there's a few people who have a version, the very first printing, my very first pilot printing of La Matero. My God, I have wasps that are landing on my legs. I'm so lucky I'm not getting stung right now. Woohoo! It's like, you gotta go, Katie. You got a baby that's probably gonna start crying soon. I'm my 6-month-old. So, hi Aaron, I know you just jumped on. I don't know if you're still in here, but I am selling mystery boxes. I know you had a beautiful mystery box sent to you. Thanks again. I have so much fun creating these mystery boxes. This is onyx. This is Mexican onyx. I know not everybody is like, I don't want a skull. Are you still making your skincare? I always do. I always make my own skincare products. If you're looking for something to put on your face, use hemp seed oil. I was recently, I did a reading recently. Aaron! And I looked it up. And hemp seed, I was just reading about it. Hemp seed is like one of the only oils you should put on your face because it doesn't clog your pores. So I got some hemp seed. I just bought it at like a little jar like this for like $10.99 at like the health food store. Or I wouldn't buy it at like the dollar store or anything like that if they sell it there. I would buy like a good like food grade hemp seed. You could eat it and you can also put it on your face. So I started putting that on my face. And I got Erin to thank for it because that came through in a reading and I was like, I want to know what this hemp seed oil is going to do for her. Turns out that it's great for your skin. Great for your skin. All right. And like, just to give you guys an idea, like these size geodes, again, this specific geode, El Choqui Mine, Patagonia Mountains in Argentina, that's where it came from. I know where all my crystals came from. This sells for $100 by itself. So to get something like this sells for $70. So to get something like this in your box, like you're just, it's just you're just not going to find it anywhere else. And that's why I love about this is like the way that these all came to me. It made it very easy for me to pack them full in a way that is worth more than $100. Because you say to yourself, like, how am I going to make any money off of this and do this at the same time? Well, part of the process is the fact that I absolutely love it. And that, it brings me joy to do it, to make them, to decorate them. And I think that I think that's enough. to me. You know what I mean? Because it is whatever we think about. It is whatever it is to us. If we think that we can do something or we can't do something, we will or we won't. You know? It's our belief. It's just our belief. And if we do things based on fear, sometimes we don't even recognize that fear. Same for me. Sometimes it takes me talking to friends or, you know, talking to others that are spiritual for me to recognize when I'm thinking in a fearful way or when I'm, you know, thinking when I need to change my mindset or whatever the case may be. So, I just love this one. Did you know? Okay, so when two crystals are growing in parallel like this, they're called tantric twins. Tantric twins. So if you're in a relationship with someone, maybe you think they're your twin flame, or maybe you want to be in a relationship with your twin flame, or you want, crystals can often help guide you through these experiences. And here's an example. So for example, this one, see how there's a crystal that's splitting two people apart like that? This would be, I would gift this to somebody who they had a child that might be coming between them. Or maybe there was a child that was birthed by one that is coming in between two in a relationship. So, I mean, I have so many different crystals looking so many different ways, and you can always look those up to see what they mean. But, like, finding crystals like this, I got this from a mine right in Brazil. I don't think I could have purchased this in a lot if I tried. You know, someone would sell this individually for a lot of money. So, that's when I get my best clarity, is talking to someone spiritually. Exactly. How do I feel about pendulums? I love pendulums. I make pendulums. They are very therapeutic for me to make. I make so many pendulums. People usually always get a pendulum in their box. I made this one specifically for one of my boxes. I just didn't finish it completely. I might change a little bit on this, but some of my pendulums might look the same. You might notice a similar color palette that I like. But I believe in pendulums, and how they work is I believe that we have the tiniest muscle twitches. You don't have to fear them. Here, I'm going to tell you how they work. Okay, I'm going to tell you how pendulums work. Pendulums, it's not an entity or energy that is moving this crystal. It is you moving. You're moving it. You're moving it, okay? And what happens is you sit here with your psyche, and it's like your unconscious is speaking to you. And the reason that you know, we are all knowing beings. We know all the answers of the universe. All we have to do is ask. We know the truth of everything, of all things. This is how I do missing persons cases. This is how I do remote viewing, seeing in places that I'm not. You have the ability to do this. So anyway, when we're holding the pendulum, we are asking a question, and our brain is literally sending out muscle twitches through our entire body. And these twitches are what is making the pendulum move forward or backwards. Now, it would be completely, if you just put a pendulum and you clipped it to a clip, and it's clipped to like a metal pole, and you sit there and you ask it a question, it's not going to move. Why? Because there's no person holding it. We hold the answers. We are connected to the universe. We know the truth, and the pendulum can help us see the truth by way of communication of our unconsciousness. So we first have to figure out if we have a yes or a no answer. And the way that I do it is I use my palm. If any of you guys have lines in your palm, I have one that goes straight through. And I make it so when I do this, that line goes straight back and forth. So I say something like, is my name Jonathan? And it will start moving back and forth because my name is not Jonathan. So I know that is a no. If it goes back and forth for me, it's a no. Then I say, is my name Katie? And I wait a minute. And I'll notice my pendulum slows down, shakes a little bit, and then starts to move in a clockwise position. Clockwise for me means a yes. So our neurons are firing in our brain, tiny twitches of the muscles. This is what visualization and the connection of visualization is to athletes. This is why an athlete can sit and meditate and pretend they did an hour you know, they take 15 minutes and they pretend they did an hour workout in their mind, their muscles will move. Their brain will believe that they did an hour workout. It's all perception. It's all belief. Okay. Oh yeah, you can use necklaces. Sometimes I will put something in your box that goes on a necklace, but I say to use it as a pendulum and a necklace at the same time. Okay. So, I believe pendulums can help you. And if anybody says, well, my pendulums lied to me before, I'm going to say you probably needed to learn something from that. Because if you ask a question with your pendulum and it's based on fear, it's going to give you the fearful answer so that you can work through your emotions. So let's say you're like, is my husband cheating on me? Is my wife cheating on me? And you get a yes, and you're like, oh my God, I never thought before this moment that they were. Am I going to find out, or are they going to say anything to me? And you keep going, you keep going, and then you come to find out that they weren't cheating on you, and you say, why did my pendulum say so? It's because you asked the question out of fear, and any actions or ways of thought that are based on fear need to be cleared, and the energy knows that. So they're going to make you work through it. And then you can, once you've worked through it, go ahead and ask it again. Is so-and-so cheating on me? You'll probably get a no because you've cleared that energy. Okay? Yeah, using someone's ring, using someone's personal items, make it powerful. I clear and cleanse all of my crystals before I use them. I actually ask my crystals if they're done. I'll say, are you ready? Are you complete? And I'll get yes or no, and then I'll clear the energy and ask for it to next be programmed by its owner. So intention is huge, guys. Intention's huge. All right, guys. I would love to see a few more boxes sold by the end of the day. If you could share this live with anybody, any of your friends, anyone who you think might even gift you this box. I have a lot of people that gift them for other people, and I think that's so great. It's such a great idea. So I will be live hopefully next Sunday. And if you guys want any personal readings in the meantime, please check out my page. And I do missing persons cases still. I know a lot of people have been asking me. I kind of go through like stages of doing them, not doing them, doing them, not doing them. I do work a lot on the side, more so now than I have ever before. I used to do a lot of them live on TikTok, and that doesn't always go over well with the public because no one's going to know the truth until like later down the road, which is why most of my videos that have that are, come true are from like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, oh my God, I did a video on that 2-3 years ago predicting this. Where the hell is it? So awesome, guys. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. I really hope to see a few of you guys on my website. Say hi to me on the website. You can open a chat with me on there. Subscribe. You can get random newsletters. Sometimes I send them out. I'm not one of those people that send them out every week, every day. If you get a newsletter from me, it's important. Okay. But I want to thanks for being here. I love this type of energy. If you guys know me, you know that I love to do this. And I love to spread awareness and knowledge. So, next Sunday, meet me here around the same time. Okay. Every Sunday we'll do this. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Say bye. I don't want to just leave without any communication. Say bye. Say bye while I pack my shit up. All right. And I just got a message. What did my message say? Your battery's dying. Archer's just about ready. That's my message. On my way is my message back. See, I told you guys. Timing is everything. All right. All right, guys. Love you. Bye. Don't forget to purchase one of those boxes. All right. Give me something to do. All right. Bye, guys.